Gavin Newsom is currently showing the American people, other states, the entire world, how you resist a fascist regime. He just filed for a temporary restraining order against Donald Trump deploying the National Guard in California. I'm going to be referencing some reporting from Anna Bauer and Joshua Friedman on Blue Sky. If you don't follow them, please go do so. So forgive the googly eye filter. I'm out and about and it's easy to use. Anna Bauer is an attorney who has great pro-democracy coverage. So she reported less than an hour ago, Governor Newsom seeks a restraining order against Pete Hegseth and the Department of Defense. The filing says the administration intended to use unlawfully federalized National Guard troops and Marines to accompany federal immigration enforcement officers on raids throughout Los Angeles. Jonathan further broke down the motion in a series of posts. Again, I highly recommend you go read all of them. This motion seeks narrow relief tailored to avoidable irreparable harm to our communities and the rule of law that is likely to result if defendants are allowed to proceed with their plans. The motion reminds the court and the defendant that in the United States, the police and not the military enforce the law. I thought this was particularly interesting. The filing includes notice of eligibility for video recording. So there's a chance we might get video arguments of Newsom versus Trump, which I'm a big fan of having transparency of what happens in the courtroom. And I think it is important for the American people to see what transpires. I really appreciate Joshua highlighting this portion of the filing for the TRO. He asked the judge to grant it within the next hour and a half. So at the time that I'm filming this, 12:30 p.m. Pacific, he's asking the judge to come back with a ruling on the TRO in the next half hour. A couple of important things to note here. This is the city of Los Angeles. That tiny little red circle is where the protests are occurring downtown. There is no widespread rioting in LA. Nothing is out of control in LA. There's no reason for Donald Trump to waste 134 million taxpayer dollars sending in federal troops. There's no reason for him to violate the 10th Amendment. This is all absolutely about escalating his political ambitions. This is absolutely about an authoritarian crackdown. There's no merit to it whatsoever. Also important to remind folks that the mayor of Los Angeles and the governor of California have both said that it is unnecessary and they do not want any assistance from federal troops and that it would only serve to exacerbate the situation. Also, this is the first time that the National Guard has been deployed in a state in 6 decades where the governor of that state did not ask for that assistance. And even more importantly, Trump is not communicating with Governor Gavin Newsom. He is sending National Guard and Marines into a state where he is not having any communication with the governor. According to Governor Gavin Newsom, when Trump said in a press conference that he spoke with the governor a day ago, Gavin Newsom says there was no call, not even a voicemail. Trump lied. Americans should be alarmed that a president deploying Marines onto our streets doesn't even know who he's talking to. Trump claimed in a press conference that he spoke with the governor of California, and the governor says, no, the fuck he didn't. The people don't want this. There's no reason for this. There's no situation that merits this escalation or the violation of states' rights. I also just want to say here that as we're watching Gavin Newsom find and exercise his courage on behalf of Californians and on behalf of democracy, that we need to encourage him to keep holding the line. Gavin Newsom is the kind of politician who very much cares what the people think. So as I said on Blue Sky earlier, now is a really good time to go to the governor's website. You can find the address here and you can send him a message. You can also call his office and leave a voicemail. Let him know that he is doing the right thing and encourage him to keep fiercely defending California and keep holding the line for democracy. We have got to flood his inbox with support. There is no measure of safety that appeasement can buy you in an authoritarian regime. There is no protection that you can secure for yourself in a fascist regime by collaborating, capitulating, or appeasing. If you give him an inch, he'll walk all over you. The only successful strategy is to hold the line and not back down. You do not give up your rights. You do not compromise the rule of law. You do not concede an inch to him. And right now, Governor Gavin Newsom and California's Attorney General Rob Bonta are doing the exact right things, and we need to keep encouraging them to do that. And we need to encourage the governors of our own states to emulate what he's doing, to communicate to them that Gavin is a model for how leaders in our states need to defend democracy, states' rights, defend the people in their state from the tyrannical actions of the federal government. Anyway, we'll see how this plays out in the next half hour. Hopefully the judge is going to rule.